If you're a history buff or survivalist, today's lesson takes you straight into the heart of urban survival during World War II. A skill that could feed you today, just like it fed civilians under siege decades ago. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another deep dive into battlefield survival secrets. Now, let's get straight to it. During World War II, city dwellers faced extreme food shortages. Traditional farming wasn't an option for most, so they turned their backyards, empty lots, and even rooftops into highly productive gardens. The skill they mastered wasn't about planting seeds randomly. It was about maximizing every square inch of space and making every plant count. This is the essence of wartime urban gardening, and it remains incredibly relevant for anyone interested in self-sufficiency today. The first key technique was vertical planting. Civilians learned to grow upwards using walls, trellises, and even suspended containers to cultivate vegetables like peas, beans, and tomatoes. In today's context, you can replicate this by installing simple trellises against your fence or using hanging baskets on balconies. What makes this effective is that it multiplies your yield without expanding your footprint, a critical advantage in crowded urban settings. Another essential tactic was companion planting. World War II gardeners understood that certain plants thrive when grown together. Carrots, onions, and lettuce, for instance, can share the same patch because their root and nutrient requirements complement each other. Modern survivalists can adopt this by planning small garden beds with interlocking plant combinations that naturally repel pests and improve soil quality, minimizing the need for chemicals or extra care. Soil preservation and enrichment were also central. Citizens often had to make do with poor urban soil, so they learned to compost kitchen scraps, use manure where available, and rotate crops to prevent depletion. Today, anyone with limited space can start a small compost system, layering vegetable peelings, coffee grounds, and shredded paper to create rich, fertile soil that can sustain a year-round garden in containers or raised beds. WW2 gardeners also became masters of succession planting. They didn't plant one crop and wait. They staggered sowing times to ensure continuous harvests. For a modern urban gardener, this means planting fast-growing crops like radishes or lettuce first, followed by longer-maturing vegetables like tomatoes or peppers, so your food supply is steady, not sporadic. Lastly, maximizing sunlight was a survivalist skill. Urban gardeners positioned beds and containers to capture every hour of sun, even in shadowed courtyards or between buildings. Today, rooftop gardens, reflective surfaces, and rotating containers can achieve the same effect, making the most of limited light and boosting growth dramatically. The WW2 urban garden skill is more than history. It's a blueprint for modern survival. Vertical planting, companion planting, soil enrichment, succession planting, and sunlight optimization are practical techniques that anyone can apply today, whether in a backyard, balcony, or community garden. These methods turn small spaces into powerful food sources, echoing the ingenuity of wartime citizens who refused to go hungry. If this dive into history and survival strategy sparked ideas for your own urban garden, make sure to subscribe to the channel and share this guide with fellow history enthusiasts. Knowledge like this is timeless, and the more it's shared, the more prepared we all become.